Today we're finally going to really start putting this engine back together. So I am going to put the crankshaft, the bearings, and we're going to use ARP studs. So if you've ever installed ARP studs, you know that they come with a little manual like this, and this tells you what is the foot-pound, what is the torque you need to use. So in this case for the 2JZ it's 60 foot-pound, and we need to go in 3 equal steps until we reach 60 foot-pound. So we're gonna do 20 foot-pound, do all the dance around the things, the studs, and then 20 foot-pound again and 20 foot-pound again. So ideally you would need to plastic gauge. I'm actually throwing up one that was gone. You need to plastic gauge or measure to see what is the clearance that you're gonna have in there. I sent this to the shop, so I needed to, because I had problems. This is my Mitsubishi Eclipse. I also used the ARP studs, and because I had a problem with the ARP studs, meaning it ties so much that I couldn't spin my crankshaft, so he needed to take a little bit of material from the caps. So in this case he took a little bit of material from these caps here, right, just a tiny bit, almost nothing, and then line hone inside, which means get the amount that we need, the space that we need here, right, and then make the space equal all the way, so it just goes through like, and then it hones also, like, which is making those scratches. So this, he did that so he can measure the clearance now. That's why it's all assembled already, and he also measured my crankshaft, so he knows the clearance is good. Now I got the bearings, so I don't need to worry about the measuring and putting plastic gauge and all that stuff. There is one more thing that I've been learning about 2JZ, and if you know something about this, put here in the description, on the comments, make a little comment, because I don't even know how to respond to that. So the crankshaft has those numbers here. So mine has 4342443. I don't know if you can see, but it's right in here. Then you come to the block, and the block also have numbers. So let me get the light in here. Where is it? Here. So you have 3, 5, you know, all that stuff. So what you gotta do is get the first number here, first number there, go to a table, and then that's gonna give you basically the clearance that your bearing you will need to have. But I don't understand, like, how in the world you're gonna buy different bearings for the engine. Oh, can I have 3 bearings like this and 3 like that? Anyway, put a little comment here if you know about this. I'm not gonna worry about this because honestly I don't even know if we should worry about this, but I'm not gonna worry about this because this just came out of the shop, like I said, and is line honed, so all the clearances are good and are the same. So because of that, I'm gonna get my new bearings, and I'm just gonna get the same order that they come in the package. I'm gonna put it in here. So let's just start doing this. So I'm going to start by getting the main bearings, and it comes like in a tray like that, and of course come to the little manual. I was writing the numbers to see what matches, what doesn't match, and anything. And all the coatings and stuff. there's a number in here from 1 through 7. I'm gonna respect that number. I don't know if you can see that, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see the back, I think is easier. This is number 8. So it doesn't have number 8 here. So I guess we don't need to worry. The bottom one has the oil hole, which is not this one. So let's get the other one. This other one has the oil hole. So one is that. So we're gonna get one. See the big hole in here, and we are going to put in there. One thing I like to do before is I like to clean them to be sure that, I don't know, there's no machining anything. Yeah, I can see metal things in here. Check it out. It's shining in the light. Can you see the metal right in there? Right in here. Look, I'm gonna use my finger. Took it out. Yeah, so let me clean all of them first. Okay, so let's start again. Number 1. I'm gonna put the thing there. Put my finger, push the other side. Down. Alright, for this next step we need clean gloves, just to be sure that none of those metal particles that were on the bearings, they are not going to be here. We are also going to use some assembly lube. I'll have the links on the description. We're going to put assembly lube in each one of those lobes in here, and then we're going to drop the camshaft. Then we're going to put the bearings on the caps and put the caps on top, and then we're going to start tying up. So we're going to put a couple of drops in here. This is very sticky, so I am going to put in all of them, and then I'm going to spread with my finger. There you go. This is actually going to protect the engine on the first start. There you go. So there's no a lot, not a little, just put a lot. It's good to go. Alright, so those are the truss bearings. We have 2 with a little lip in it. We're gonna use in a little bit, and we have 2 of them without the little lip. So what we need to do is we're gonna get some assembly lube. So I'm gonna get some in here, just a little bit. I'm gonna put in both sides so it doesn't wanna fall out of here. And this side, there's one side is it doesn't have a groove, and one side there is a groove. So the side that there has a groove goes to the outside. The side does not have a groove goes to the inside. So just put it in there, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the other one. I'm gonna take some here, and then I'll get some more. There you go. And I'm gonna put on the other side. There you go. And now we are ready to drop our crankshaft. I'm gonna do my best. Alright. Oh. Shit. Alright. Alright, so yeah, everything looks great. Now we are ready to put the caps on. Alright, so here I have all the caps, and here I have all my sushi. One thing which is curious is the first bearing is larger than the other ones, so that's why it comes in a tray and says this is number 1, this is number 2. I clean all of it, so we are ready to just drop them in there, and we're going to do the same way. We're going to put one side, you can see here the little thing in there, and then the other side until it goes all the way to the end, and you see it is down. So we have 1, then we have 2, you got the second one. Let's do it together. See the little groove or indentation in there, and here you have one side that has something special, so that goes right in there. Special side in there, it clicks. That is what tells this nut to move, otherwise it would move. Let's do all of them. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So what I need to do now is we gotta get the assembly lube, and we're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna put a little bit in there. We need to put the ARPs, these studs, in there. So I'm gonna put a little bit of ARP NICs. It comes with a little pouch, I guess that's the name. I'm gonna drop in there. So one more thing is, they say to the instruction says to hand tight, but I've also heard from experienced engine builders to snug tight with this here. So with it's a 4mm Allen wrench or hex, whatever you call it. So yeah, I tight. When it is tight, like now, I snug tight so it won't come off. Let's start from number 7. So as you see, I already put a assembly lube, but I'm gonna put some more. I'm gonna be a little generous. So one thing, look at the number 7. Starts on the transmission side, and 1 is on the front side of the engine where the crankshaft has a little sticking out part, and here you see there's a little arrow. So that arrow points to the front of the engine. So this way, you know, you just gotta drop this in here. And you might need, you might need to hammer a little bit. Of course with a mallet, not with a hammer. And there you go. Now, number 6, point to the front of the engine. Drop it out. Now number 5, and there you go. Same thing. Watch out. Drop it. Now is the one for the truss bearings, which are those 2 things that I just dropped on the floor. So what I want to do is clean that and get a little bit of assembly lube, not a lot, just want to make it dirty. And I'm gonna put this in here in one side, and same thing in here. Assembly lube is just gonna help it to stay in place. And put here on the other side. There we go. And also spread some assembly lube in the middle. I'm gonna put some more. I like to be thick in there. Okay, so that looks like that. And it's cap number 4. So this one I'm going to be more careful. There you go. And I'm gonna push it down. Alright, now number 3, gonna be a little generous in here. Point to the front of the engine. And a couple more. Sorry, it's 29 degrees here today, so it's kind of same thing. Point to the front of the engine. There you go. This is very sticky, very good. And again, the number 1 is the one that has the thickest one. So now we need to be sure they are all down, and then we're going to start torquing all of those down. Alright, so now it's time to put the washers in there. I like to put a little bit of an anti-seize on the just on the washer itself, like just put it in there. Okay, so I'm not gonna torque anything, I'm just gonna put them down. So I'm gonna use the sequence, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So let's get to it. Yeah, see, now the cap is going down. So first thing I'm going to try is to see if this is still spinning. Yep. Alright. So let's start torquing. 20 foot-pound. Let's turn it on. And 20. Alright. So let's start on this one. Nice. Now let's try to move the crankshaft. It's nice. It's kinda hard to move because of the assembly lube. That's very sticky. I mean, it's not hard. As you see, I can move with my hands and it gets easier. So let's go to 40 now. By the way, this torque wrench is super cool. I bought a cheap one before because I didn't know how many engines I was gonna assemble, but man, this time I thought, okay, I'm gonna buy something nicer, and this is nice. It tells me 20, 30, 31, 32, 35. It tells me how many, what is the foot-pound. Yeah, 40. I'm applying at that point. Still not 40. Keep going, 40. Yep. When there is a noise that is we're getting close. And when is the constant is done. There you go. Check this out. Can you see green, 37, 38, 39, 40. Super cool. Oops, sorry. Alright, 40, and now for the last one we do 60. Alright. Okay. And it's still turning. Nice. All of them installed, torqued and everything. It's just not moving more freely because the assembly lube I put is so thick. So, all done. I take this down now. This is so this crankshaft, if you don't know, is forged. So this can hold like a lot of horsepower, and yeah, and it's moving freely. I mean, I have no effort. It's just like I can feel the assembly lube working. I mean, it is the assembly lube is grabbing, and it's so cold, which doesn't help either. But it turns. This engine here, when I put together, I did this process plus the plastic gauge. I did 7 times. So 7 times doing all of this plus plastic gauge. I did probably 3 times because I did not know that if you put ARPs, it would tight more. You never think, because this is like honestly, this is hard metal. How you think that this is gonna get deformed when you tight anyway? But yeah, I thought that, and I was wrong. So this time I went ahead and did all the line hone and did everything I needed to do, so I wouldn't worry about this kind of stuff. And yeah, so I guess just taking some of the excess out of here. Not that I need to, but I don't want to keep touching on those things. This is going to burn down when the engine starts anyway, so, and everything else is good. So yeah, I hope this video helps you. I know that not a lot of people build engines, so those videos might be lame for some people, but this is going on my drift car, and yeah, I think it's super interesting. I'm not a mechanic, by the way, so from where we are going to install this part here, which is covered by this here that was covering the engine. So we're going to install that mid oil pan part, but I think before I'm gonna flip it over, we're going to install the connecting rods on the pistons. Then we're gonna put the rings, and then we're gonna drop in there. Then we're going to the oil part, and dude, this is here. So I believe like probably I'll take a couple weeks because it's hard. Look at my hair. I was sleeping with my son, helping him go to bed so he could come to the garage. Then I came to the garage. That's why my hair is like that. So some days I can't come because he doesn't go to bed early, and what to do. So consider subscribing to my channel. That helps a lot. Also, don't forget to leave the thumbs up, and if you have comments about the stuff I've done, or how to clean the bearings and all that stuff, snugging tight the ARP studs and all that stuff, put a little comment here. I think I don't take critics, if that's how you say it, but seriously, I mean, I listen to it and I try to learn from those things. So, you know, if you wanna just give me your opinion, yeah, I would appreciate it. That was my second engine. That is my second engine building. I never thought I was gonna build anything else besides this guy here, and here I am building again. So I'm sure that's not gonna be the last one. So, all right, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.
Look past my face. See status. I mean, it's a McDonald's. 20 miles.